What's going on? Welcome back to another video, Strap Life DJ. And boy, oh boy, it's definitely been a long time since I dropped a full form video. What, about 5 months ago? 4 or 5 months ago, something like that. Definitely been a long time. But, here we are. Life happens. If you've been following me, y'all know about 4 months ago, this was in early February, I tore my rotator cuff. So I haven't really been able to do anything as far as the guns. I haven't shot a gun since like January. So I ain't shot in about 4 or 5 months. So as you can probably figure, I'm itching to get back out to the range, and I still won't be able to shoot probably till another month or two. So, it is what it is. I'll be back soon. But let me go ahead and get to this video. What we're doing today is I want to go over what I think is the best all-around Glock setup. And this is for home defense or concealed carry. Now, my Glock of choice is the Glock 19 Gen 5. I feel like this is the best all-around Glock, in my opinion. A lot of people rock with the 45 as well. Just to let y'all know, this is clear. A lot of people rock with the 45 as well. But in my opinion, I think the 19 is the best overall Glock for home defense or carry. It's the best all-around Glock in my opinion. So let me go ahead and go over everything I got on this Glock. Like I said, in my opinion, this is the best setup. So we're gonna start Holosun SCS, excellent optic for this gun. Direct mount, you get a co-witness with the sights, green dot. No battery comes in this optic though, but the reason for that is it stays on for a hell of a long time. So solar powered. Yeah, man, I think this is the perfect optic for this gun and for defensive use. It's not big and bulky. It's nice and small and concealable. So, yep. All my Glocks, of course, I gotta run the extended controls. So I go Glock store, extended slide release, and I forget where I got this extended mag release from, but it's super good. You probably don't know if you can tell how far that stick out, but man, this is an amazing release. And I have fairly small hands, and I can get it almost without breaking my grip. So yeah, I forget where I got that from. And it's plastic, so it's not going to destroy your mags. All right, for the light, I run a TLR 7 HLX. I feel like this is the best compact defensive light. It's super bright. I think it's like 1,000 lumens. So it's up there with a TLR 1. It's compact. You can use it it's a good home defense light, or it's concealable, so you can use it for EDC. This right here has been pretty much my go-to light. I feel like this is the best one you can go with if you don't want to go like a full-size light, like a TLR 1 or Surefire X300 or something like that. This is another great option. Let me see. So this mag well, believe it or not, I got this mag well off of eBay for 18 bucks. Great mag well. Aluminum. It's sturdy, strong. The finish is good on it. And it's only 18 bucks on eBay. I was gonna go with a SLR That's what I normally always go with on my Glocks. But I seen this and I said, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get it a chance. And I'm glad I did. Awesome, awesome mag well. The only thing I don't like about it is that if I use, say like this Shield +5, it does not want to go all the way in because of this pin right here. That pin hits the back of the mag well. You can see that little scratch right there. That's from this pin slamming into that, causing it not to go all the way in. As you can see. It's the only thing I don't like about this mag well. But, you know, everything else fits perfectly. It's just this one. It won't go all the way up in there. So I'll probably end up getting some different +5s. I'm actually looking at one of the SLR +5s. I'm gonna go ahead and get that one to go ahead and put in this, so I won't have to, you know, take this mag well off and get a different one. I'd rather just get a different base plate. But normally also another thing I do is change my trigger shoe out on my Glocks. So I've yet to do that with this one. I will be doing that soon. Most likely I'll go right back with the Tyrant Designs, the ITTS trigger. That's like my favorite trigger shoe for Glocks. So I'll definitely be going back with that soon. Other than that, man, everything is pretty much stock. Like I said, for me, this is a defensive pistol. So I like to leave all the internal stock. I feel like that's the best way to go if you want a defensive Glock. You know, no knock to the guys who, you know, tinker and do all this stuff to the internals, but for a defensive gun, I kind of stay away from that. I normally don't do a lot in Glocks. I like them for what they are and reliable. That's what I like my Glocks for. So I keep the internals the way they are. Yeah, man. So I feel like this is the best setup for a defensive Glock. Great all-around build, all-around setup. You can run this EDC, or you can run it home defense, more capacity. But the 19, I feel like, is the perfect Glock. Like I said, no knock against the 45. That's also a good one. But me, the 19 fits my hand a lot better. I have medium-sized hands, so the 19 fits my hand just perfectly. The 45, man, it's a lot of extra grip on my hand hanging off, and I really don't like that too much. The mag well on a 19 kind of pushes my hand up and gets me that perfect grip. So yeah, man, the 19, my favorite Glock, really one of my favorite pistols altogether. Probably behind a SIG P320, which, you know, the P320 has been getting a lot of hate recently. And you know, I don't really blame people. You know, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna say it. I got rid of my P320s. You know, not because I think it's a bad gun. I think the P320 is an excellent gun. It's still my favorite striker fire pistol, SIG P320. But I got rid of mine because I just don't want to be training with a negligent discharge in the back of my mind. Now, I've had a lot of P320s, and not one has ever given me problems. But, you know, I just don't want to train with that in the back of my mind. So I just went on ahead and gave my P320s up, sold them. And, you know, I don't know, SIG, you know, they at least need to look into what's going on. You know, not saying that, you know, something is absolutely wrong, but it at least deserves a look. So, you know, and today, come back with something, or, you know, let us, you know something. You know, revamp the P320 something. I'll probably stay away from the P320 for a while. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. You know, it kind of hurts to have to let go of essentially my favorite striker fired pistol, but you know, it is what it is. Glock is my second favorite, so you know, I'll shoot my Glocks until, you know, they get that situated. So yeah, man, this is my defensive Glock 19 setup. What I feel like is the best overall setup for a defensive Glock. Let me know down in the comments what y'all think. What y'all setups look like. Is there anything you would change about this? Anything you would add? Anything you would take off? Let me know down in the comments. I'm interested to see what y'all think the best Glock setup is for defensive use. You know, whether that's home or EDC. Until next time, man. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get more of these long form videos out. You know, I still drop the shorts, but I want to get back into doing my long form videos. It's definitely been a long time, but I need to get back in the flow. So until next time, man. Peace.